Welcome to another art vlog. Today we're on one of our most secret, unknown, and rough trails. It leads to some beautiful views. So let's get going. Today we have Tony, my boyfriend, Izaak, my son. This trail goes up to a saddle up here. And of course we have the border collies as usual. I forgot to introduce myself. I am Danielle. Been an artist for a long time, but lately I've rekindled the passion for making art outside here in Southeast Alaska. Today you are joining us on one of our most rustic trails, we were just calling it. It is barely discernible in some spots. You pretty much need to come on this trail with somebody who already is familiar with it, because you can't quite see the trail in a lot of spots. If you enjoy the outdoors with a little bit of art thrown in for spice, then consider subscribing. Maybe hit the like button, maybe share it with somebody who you think might enjoy these. We explore a lot of our gorgeous Southeast Alaska wilderness in these videos. So, all right, here comes another rough section. So we'll keep on walking. Headed up to the open space now, getting started on some big muskegs that are up here. It takes about 45 minutes to walk up to the spot where we're going to sit and have snacks and drinks and make some art. So it's not a terribly long hike. It's just kind of a wet and rough hike. A lot of shrubs. So when you're wearing shorts, sandals, maybe a skirt like I am today, you get pretty scratched up. But it's all worth it. Nobody else ever comes up here. So it's just very, very peaceful. There's a beautiful view. Now it's opening up into the huge muskegs, which are our bogs. I talk about muskegs quite a bit in my vlogs. They make for really great areas to paint. It's tough for the trees to grow in these areas. So you get trees with some really interesting shapes. See how this one here, behind this dead spike, it almost looks like a bonsai tree. It's kind of stunted and very sculptural looking. And here we are in the big open muskeg on this saddle between these hills here, those hills there. That way is Harriet Hunt Lake. And then we will see Wolf Lake in the distance once we sit. We're going to sit right up about there. So interestingly, we had what was it called? An extreme heat warning a couple of days ago for our area. And for Southeast Alaska, that means it has gotten up to 80 degrees these last couple of days. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, only 80 degrees, but nobody here has air conditioning. The businesses don't have it, and private residences don't have it, so that can be tough. And people who have lived here a long time are not adapted to the heat. And here on this muskeg, it can feel very hot because of this very wet bog just radiates up this moisture. But today we have a breeze, which not only is helping us to stay cool, but it's also blowing the bugs away. So far so good. We're almost to our resting and art making spot. Here we are approaching the top of the saddle between these two lake areas. There is Wolf Lake down there. Rumor has it that there is a trail that goes down there. I believe it's supposed to come down this way. It's very old. I've never tried to find it. Not sure how easy that would be to find, but this is quite a beautiful area. I did an oil painting from this view with my 3 dogs, and the light was a little bit better that day. I'll put a photo of that oil painting up there. I did that painting in my studio. Today I also am going to be oil painting. I brought my Plein Air oil painting kit. I'm probably gonna make a big mess, come back with paint everywhere. Usually what happens is bugs land on my face, and then I have paint on my hands, and then I wipe the bugs off, and I end up with paint all over my face. So hopefully the wind will help me in that regard today. Okay, let's find our little favorite sitting spot. My brushes. So I have my little bamboo brush carrier. I put this on the end because I kept putting it in my pack upside down and then the brushes would fall out. And it's the first time I used it, the tie broke, so today I had to string a new tie through. So I have an 8x10 canvas, and I am following the Impressionist alla prima thought process of using larger brushes than you think you're going to need. So I have a Rosemary and Company size 12, size 8, and then 2 little guys. This is way more brushes than usually. I'll bring maybe 2 brushes. This is a 4 filbert, and this is a number 1 filbert. And then I brought my new palette knife just in case I feel like getting crazy. Of course, I have to have snacks. We're out in the wilderness. We got to survive. I have an apple with peanut butter. That's going to make a ginormous mess. And then I have my little Yugo set, my Plein Air set. It's very small. It's kind of annoyingly small in some ways, but for this kind of hiking, I need something small. So I just put some fresh paints in there, and I have a little container of odorless thinner in here and some extra white and some paper towels. And this is the brush holder that goes on the side. It just has magnets. Let's get started. Well, I think we about have our artwork done. We're just relaxing. Izaak was just lying in the shrubs over there. And let's see how Tony's drawing turned out. I think his perspective looks amazing, better than mine. I feel like he got the distance of the lake in there a little better. The forms of these mountains are super awesome, and a really nice sense of distance. And good job, good job, good job. I love having my fellow artist with me. He's adorable. And mine, you saw most all of it, but let's see if I can hold this without a disaster. I did raise up these trees, this kind of whole group of dead trees here just a little bit to help with push that lake back a little. But I still think that Tony's looks farther away. I'll know what I think better when I get home and I have my reading glasses on. I might touch it up just a little bit, but it was really fun. I think taking that really large brush was maybe a little overkill for this little canvas. That was pretty hard to control. I switched to the smaller brushes pretty quickly. Anyway, I had fun. Put that down. And I'm really glad that you joined us here out on this absolutely stunning, beautiful day out in our Alaska wilderness. We really thought our summer was over. We were getting rain, mid-50s temperatures. We thought we were ready to go into fall, which is when we get our very worst weather. But we got the surprise extreme heat wave. Supposed to be about 80 degrees today. Really glad you joined. Hope you learned something along with us, and if nothing else, enjoyed the gorgeous nature here in this very unknown, secluded wilderness trail. And I hope you are having fun with your art and you are staying creative. Thanks for joining.